right, huh? Okay. Welcome to the Matchday -1 press conference ahead of the match between Haiti and the United States in the 2025 Concacaf Gold Cup. Here at the main table, we have head coach Mauricio Pochettino and defender Chris Richards. If you have a question and you're in the room, please raise your hand and introduce yourself with your name and media organization. For those media who are present virtually, you can request a space by touching the Raise Your Hand button. We'll begin with questions in the room. If you have one, please raise your hand.
Hello, Mauricio. Sanjay con Backfield. Tyler, Adams y Johnny no han jugado juntos hasta ahora, pero debido a lesión y enfermedad. Pero, ¿qué esperas de esa relación en el medio campo para el resto del torneo y quizás en el futuro también hasta el Mundial? De Johnny y Tyler juntos. Gracias.
Bueno, jugaron un tiempo contra Arabia juntos en la segunda parte. Bueno, son dos jugadores de experiencia, dos jugadores importantes que tienen que ser importantes para este equipo nacional. Por diferentes circunstancias quizás no hemos tenido la posibilidad de que pudieran jugar. Creo que son jugadores diferentes, pero que a su vez tienen matices diferentes, ¿no? Que dan a una misma posición, pero que también pueden ser compatibles jugando juntos. Bueno, esperemos que a ver mañana, si todavía no hemos decidido el 11, es ver si tienen la posibilidad de jugar juntos o que poco a poco, no solamente en este campeonato, sino en el futuro, puedan tener la oportunidad de hacerlo.
Hi, Mauricio. Lakin Littman with Fox Sports. In the past, this team hasn't had a ton of success on set pieces, but as we saw in the last match, Chris scoring off of one. What have you done specifically, and like what kind of emphasis are you putting on set pieces? Because obviously it seems so far to be working.
Yes, I think today all the team we work in set pieces. The technology is helping also. We are using different technologies to try to help the players and to deliver the ball and to see the speed, to see the space where the ball is more effective, and also for the player like Chris that attack very well the boxes and attack very well the space there. To have this type of ball, I think is really important if you want to score. But the key is to have a player like Chris that is so good attacking the opposite box, and then have player with great delivery like we have, like Sebastian or Shaq McLean, and they have very good touch of the ball. But that is also to coordinate and to work. And of course, we are working. Sometimes happens, sometimes not happens. Sometimes we have more or less luck. But I think it's about to work. But it's not only us that we work in this way to trying to improve all the set pieces, an offensive and defensive situation. I think today all the clubs, all the national team are very focused or have specialists. Yes, we are in this way trying to help the player to achieve our goals on the pitch.
To your right, front row.
Mauricio, Declan Fulton with Olimundo. You're coming up against a Haitian team that are hungry for a win. They were unlucky not to get 3 points last time, so they're coming out to try and beat you guys. 5 shots against Saudi. What are you looking for moving forward as a team? And Chris, good morale across the back line. Obviously, no goals conceded. How do you guys look to kind of move forward with that?
Ahí está. Looking forward to keep being consistent. That is the most important thing. Growing. I think the team is in a very good momentum now after the 2 victories and not concede goals and not to concede too many chances. I think, yes, we need to keep the momentum and keep going, keep improving. I think this new group that we start in Chicago after a few weeks, I think with tough moment like we play against Turkey, again a very good team like Turkey and Switzerland. I think now we are, I think, seeing the good work that we were doing. happy and to keep the momentum for IT tomorrow and try to get the 3 points.
Yeah, I think that morale's pretty high. I think like Coach said, it's consistency that we need to keep improving. And as a back line, whenever you're able to have shutouts, it makes the guys up front, it makes their job a lot easier. At the end of the day, we want to win games, and we understand that if you keep the other team to 0 goals, that's how you win games. So we're just going to keep doing that, hopefully tomorrow as well, and hopefully keep that kind of mindset throughout the rest of the tournament.
Straight back.
Ryan Tolmich from goal. Mauricio, losing Haji, obviously it's a tough blow for him, just as a person, as a player, given the opportunity everyone's kind of getting this summer. And for you, I'm sure it's a tough blow, losing a player that's as versatile as he is in the attack. When looking at that situation, how tough is it to see him go, just on a personal level, and is somebody who knows what you can get out of him going forward?
Yeah, it's always sad to see a player leaving, because the group was very good, and he's a very good guy, and he has had very good quality to the group. Different option. He's a player who can play in different position in attack. Yes, sad situation, sad for him, sad for the team. Yeah, but I think we need to prioritize his process to recovery and yes, sad moment, but we need to looking forward and try to accept the reality and keep being strong.
Second row to your right.
Hello, Mauricio and Chris.
Hello.
Agustina for Marca. Chris, you helped the team to keep 2 clean sheets, and now you added a goal. Was that a prepared piece? And then how will you define a great performance as a center back? And for Mauricio, ¿cómo mantenemos el foco y la intensidad con un partido que el resultado no afecta la posición en la que queda el equipo? Gracias.
I guess I'll start. No, I think not just me. I think getting a shutout and a clean sheet starts from the top to the bottom. So I mean, from the forwards all the way to Freezy, I think it's a collective effort. But me personally, I want to be one of those guys that helps anchor the back line and continuing to get shutouts against teams. Like I said earlier, it helps the team in general whenever we keep a clean sheet. So for me as a defender, I mean, my job is to defend. But if I can add a goal like I did against Saudi, then that's even better. But for me, I enjoyed the slide tackle to prevent the goal more than the actual goal itself. So again, that's the reason I'm a defender.
I saw you enjoying a lot, con el score, I think, cómo mantener, yo creo que mantener la intensidad, el nivel de competitividad es importante. Ser consistente en nuestros hábitos es lo más importante para no perder ese momento que hemos creado después de estos 2 partidos. Creo que sería un grave error ir a competir mañana pensando en que está todo hecho. Yo creo que lo importante es tratar de mantener nuestro nivel de competitividad, nuestro rendimiento, hacer todo lo posible para no solamente ganar, sino jugar bien, seguir creciendo como equipo y llegar al cuarto de finales con la confianza que tenemos hasta ahora. Así que, como dijo Chris antes, ese mindset que tenemos que mantener y tenemos que tener esa idea fortalecida para poder encarar los próximos partidos de la mejor manera, y creo que la clave para llegar a los partidos de cuarto de final, al partido de cuarto de final en las mejores condiciones, es mañana hacer un gran partido y lograr una victoria.
Front row to your left.
Jeff Carlisle here with ESPN. Mauricio, you've almost secured the top spot in the group, but how much rotation in the lineup might we see tomorrow? And what kinds of things are you looking to refine in the attack to maybe create more opportunities for your team?
Still we didn't decide, because I think we are checking all the players and we need to see in which how we are, and then to take the best decision for the team, and I think we have still time to take a decision. I think the advantage is that we were working for 3 weeks or more than 3 weeks, and all the principles and is all already done, and we don't need to talk too much. I think the 26 players that are in on the national team, they know what we need to do. And then we'll see. Tomorrow we will decide. And then is to create more option is about to be more consistent. I think it's about also to give credit teams like Saudi Arabia that are improving a lot. We were talking that 3 years ago in the World Cup, they was the only team to beat the world champion, Argentina in the first game. That means that they are improving a lot. And for us to be very solid and show the performance that we showed the other day in Austin, I think the players deserve a full credit. That we want to create more chances, yes, of course. We want to play better, yes. We need to read better the same situation on the game, during the game, yes. But I think we need to know that this group is a new group that they start this summer in training. Many of them, they know each other there in Chicago, and to build a team always is a process that needs time. But we are so happy in where we are now. No?
Hey, Chris. Steve Goff from the Washington Post. I was wondering, we're living in very political times, and these are international tournaments taking place here. I was wondering if you saw Weston and Tim at the White House the other day, the clip, and what your impressions were of that, and also what it's like to be an athlete in this situation where you're talking about international events and interaction.
Yeah, I saw Weston Tim at the White House, but again, I think what makes America beautiful is, we can all have different opinions, but all, kind of strive for the same thing, which is freedom and
we were
the prosperity.
Very jealous.
Yeah,
we were
exactly,
very jealous because we didn't receive an invitation. No?
I didn't get an invite, so.
And the national team playing here and was Juventus there, no?
A little bit far from the White House. But,
maybe we will have the luck and they will invite
exactly.
one day for sure.
But no, I think it's, like I said, I think that's one of the things that makes America beautiful is that we can have different opinions but still, be united. And I think in the tough political time, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East and things like that. But I think one thing that we can do is kind of give hope to people. That's all we can do at this point, and we're not politicians for a reason. So I think whenever we can give hope, whether that's by winning games or just kind of showing united front, I think that's what we need to do.
Javier Salazar, para la Mejor GR Radio. Mauricio, me gustaría preguntarte tú como conocedor del fútbol europeo, ¿cuál es tu opinión acerca de la atmósfera de fútbol que hay en estos días, viendo la Copa Mundial de Clubes y por supuesto la Copa Oro previo al Mundial del próximo año?
Bueno, lo bueno es que cada vez que juega un equipo argentino ven la realidad de lo que es un ambiente de fútbol, ¿no? Como ayer Boca Juniors jugando contra Bayern Múnich o River Plate que juega hoy, ¿no? Está siendo fantástico porque creo que ver, ¿no?, el ambiente que se produce o equipos como Flamengo o Botafogo contra Paris Saint-Germain o contra Chelsea jugando, el ambiente que hay en los estadios es el ambiente que nosotros, yo por lo menos crecí cuando era chico en Argentina o después cuando me trasladé a España, Francia o Inglaterra. Y creo que eso es el potencial que tiene Estados Unidos para poder encontrar también ese ambiente para preparar los partidos, para que los partidos sean una fiesta, no solamente dentro del campo, sino fuera, y que haya ese ambiente que realmente te atraiga y que te haga sentir esa adrenalina, ¿no?, en el juego. La verdad que está siendo fantástico. Ojalá mañana podamos tener el apoyo aquí de la gente de Dallas, seguro en un magnífico estadio de poder disfrutar de un gran partido de fútbol.
Mauricio, buenas tardes. Daniel Schwartzman de TUDN. Mañana podría ser un partido que se preste quizá para rotaciones. Te quiero preguntar si así lo consideras o piensas mantener la misma base de jugadores.
Bueno, se presta para cualquier cosa, ¿no? Es verdad, se presta para rotaciones, se presta para mantener el momento del equipo. Estamos decidiendo, no lo hemos decidido, queremos ver el estado físico y de todos los jugadores para tomar una decisión. Lo importante es mantener este ritmo de competitividad que está mostrando el equipo y pensar que es un partido importante, más allá de que estemos clasificados. Creo que tenemos que tomar este partido como un partido como un desafío, un challenge de mantener nuestro nivel para poder seguir creciendo y llegar a cuartos de final de la mejor manera.
Straight back.
Hi, guys. Jenny Taff, Fox
Hi.
Sports. My question for Chris. I know being here brings up a lot of great memories for you, but I was hoping you could elaborate on playing this tournament on home soil, but also what that means given the fact that we all know World Cup here on home soil less than a year. Do you think about it every day? Are you thinking about building momentum towards the World Cup right now? What comes to mind?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, playing in Texas means a lot to me, but I think just in general, being able to play this tournament on home soil is kind of a sneak peek into what's to come next year. And like you said, I think we haven't ever lost in Austin, so if we get the chance to play in Austin, it'd be amazing. But I think just building that kind of momentum and that kind of just that kind of winning spirit in every city that we go to, I think will be really beneficial for us next year, so that fans come out, they've seen a winning team, but also a team that they believe in. So again, being able to play on home soil means the world to me, and I think since we got the bid for the World Cup, I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Front row to your right.
Profe, John Gabin Hacen, KPIC News. Haití es un viejo conocido de los Estados Unidos, incluso el último partido que hicimos con los Estados Unidos en 2021, terminado 1-0. Este equipo tiene hambre de una victoria mañana. A pesar de que su equipo ya está calificado, viene con garra de una victoria. ¿Cómo usted va a abordar ese juego contra los haitianos mañana?
Sí, es verdad que va a ser un partido difícil y para nosotros es, más allá que estemos calificados, queremos ganar el partido y queremos hacer un buen partido. Y sabemos que vamos a tener enfrente un rival que ha jugado muy bien contra Arabia Saudí y que también ha tenido la mala suerte de una expulsión y que ha jugado con 10 jugadores, ¿no?, en contra Trinidad y Tobago, y que eso ha afectado su rendimiento. Es un equipo muy bien trabajado, es un equipo que trata de jugar bien al fútbol, pero que también tiene esa variante, ¿no?, entre jugar un buen fútbol, como también transiciones y juego directo, que puede utilizar estas dos variantes dependiendo de la circunstancia del partido. Para nosotros es un partido importante porque en este proceso de construcción queremos seguir mejorando, no queremos dar un pasito atrás. Creo que los resultados son importantes, no son partidos amistosos, son partidos oficiales y queremos ganar los 3 puntos. Así que mañana lo tomaremos con la seriedad y con la intensidad y la preparación, pensando en ganar el partido y respetando muchísimo a Haití. A ti.
Ivan Summerfield, QN Sport Suriname. USAvHAI is already through to the next round. If you saw about the Concacaf Gold Cup, now I guess that we have to look a bit further. And then I want to talk about the next round, and maybe thinking a bit further about the half round, or let's say the final. Do you prefer to meet Mexico in the quarterfinal, the half final, or the final?
Being honest, we are thinking in Haiti tomorrow into keep progressing and focusing our team. It's not to face one or another team. We want to win and be first, and not to think in our opponent for the next stage. If you want to win, if you have, if your mentality is to win and win the Gold Cup, I think sooner or later you need to face the best team. I think Mexico is a very good team, but all the rest of the team that we can face are very good. For me, it's not important. It's important tomorrow, keep improving and being good on the pitch.
We'll take a couple questions from those joining virtually. Ronald, go ahead.
Sorry, I cannot hear.
1 second,
Can you
Ron.
hear me now?
Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
no,
Thanks,
yes.
Ron.
Okay. For Haji, did he do something specifically against Trinidad or in training that hurt the Achilles, or was it a chronic condition he arrived with? And with Tyler and Johnny, could you answer in English what their status is?
For Hashi, I think he already arrived with some problems in his Achilles, and then we cannot fix the problem. He increased the pain. That is why that is the decision that we took. And then the second was
just the status of Johnny and Tyler,
The?
of Johnny Cardozo and Tyler Adams, where they're at in their availability to play.
Yes, for different reasons, they didn't start and they were not available in the first game against Trinidad and Tobago. They were available after the second game with Saudi Arabia. And yes, after when you're not available, another player, another teammate can appear. And I think we are happy in the way that we are playing with. The team is performing, but they are two great players, important player for the national team, experienced player, and we'll see. We are still checking if we didn't decide still if tomorrow they can start or not.
Adam, go ahead.
A question for Mauricio. Hello, it's Adam Leventhal from The Athletic.
Hello.
Just firstly, your view on the position of Saudi Arabia, who you faced last. Their position in the world of football at the moment and how they're using sport to improve and enhance their image. And secondly, you've obviously been linked with jobs in Saudi Arabia in the past. I just wondered if it's still an option for you for the future, not for now. I'm not saying anything about now, but for the future. And I'd love to get Chris's take on the whole matter as well, because I'm sure he's on the radar of teams with his goals, his trophies, his performances of late.
I think the progression and the improvement in Saudi Arabia, I think, is constantly in the way that they are investing in not only signing players, if not in facilities and everything related with football. I think one of the things that I said from the beginning in this press conference that the only team to beat Argentina in the World Cup 3 years ago means that they are progressing and they are building something special. It's a league that is improving and they are doing massive effort to try to improve because the World Cup, time flies and World Cup is so close. And then, I don't know, it was for Chris, another question?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, me personally, I mean, I think over the last few years, you've seen kind of the splash that Saudi football has had, and again, kind of like all the points that Coach said. At the World Cup, they were the only team to beat Argentina, so I mean, clearly their national team is improving as well. So I think the league, national team, infrastructure, everything has really improved in Saudi, and I think it's really exciting to see their growth and to see where they're going.
Thanks, Mauricio. Thanks, Chris, and all of you for joining. Remember, you can find the complete press conferences on the Concacaf Media Hub platform. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.